Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from BoLS Tabletop News with
Steven from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
and we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Steven
Indeed.
brought a really cool RPG.
I'm really excited about this.
Oh, yeah.
So we brought Tales from the Loop.
Yes!
Which is a new hardcover book RPG.
Yes.
It is just the one book. It's all you need. Have you ever wanted a 1980s futuristic sci-fi weirdness RPG book?
Yes. Yes, I have.
That's great, because I've got it for you. It's good times.
Tales from the Loop, we first here at BoLS were introduced to it at Gen Con last year. JR has been super pumped about this. We've been waiting for it to get out into the public, and it is now out.
It is, finally.
We're so excited. Let's dive right into Tales from the Loop. All right, Steven, we've got Tales from the Loop. I'm super excited about this one.
I am, and I'm excited to show it to you. So,
yes.
I think we should start with the beginning, of course.
Yeah.
Get this wonderful map of
Now,
one of the areas.
Is this set in Europe, right?
Yes. So you're set in the Swedish Isles. They also have, for every instance that a Swedish name or setting is referenced, a counterexample for Nevada.
Why Nevada?
Area 51 kind of
Oh,
vibe. Yeah.
okay. They want a place that's got some weird stuff going
Absolutely.
on. Okay. It's not that they were big fans of Las Vegas. It's
No.
just that
You're dealing
Area
with
51.
everything from
Weird
aliens
stuff.
to
Okay.
time travel dinosaurs. It's,
dude, I'm in.
Good
Let's
stuff.
just stop. I'm in. Time travel dinosaurs. Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah.
So this
this
is the table of contents. This is
it is.
interesting how they set this up.
Yeah, I'm super appreciative of this, especially because most books, your table of contents is going to be spread to one page.
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be
really
fairly
condensed. Yeah.
This is really nice where by section you're getting everything you want across multiple pages.
Yeah.
And even like this was put into consideration where you have everything you need to make characters and set up.
So this is like the player section,
Yes.
essentially.
And then this is going to be everything GMs want, where you have your
Wow,
4
okay.
campaign examples, and then you have a little preface where you can actually run all 4 of these sessions as a collective campaign.
Oh, okay. So these are kind of like 4 separate modules that you can run based on the section
Absolutely.
as a single campaign. But it's also kind of archetypes for how games can go, is that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it includes characters, character portraits, maps of the areas you'll be exploring.
So they're like full-on pre-packaged campaigns.
Right.
Story ideas, essentially, too.
Right out of the box.
Right out of that. Awesome. And this is all in this one book. Okay, cool.
It's real solid.
So before we continue, tell me about the core system, because I know a lot of folks are like, okay, is it D20, D6s,
For sure.
D8,
So
D20s? Like
that is a good
D12s?
question.
Yeah.
It is a D6 system based off of the Mutant Year Zero system, where any roll that you encounter is going to be calling for a combination of dice based on your abilities, your stats,
Your attribute,
and then combined with the skills specific to that attribute. So if you needed sneak around, then here's the sneaking skill underneath physical abilities.
Okay, so you're just gonna take it's a dice pool system. What are we hitting? Are we hitting a number of successes, a target number? How does that part work?
Also a good question. So for that, you're going to want just a single success. A single 6-sided die landing on a 6 counts as the success you need.
Okay, wow.
You only need one.
You only need one.
There are certain situations that you might very rarely need 2 or even 3, and the book references those as almost impossible situations.
Give me an example of one.
So if I'm going to run off this roof, jump from the roof, and land in this moving car
with a 3-point superhero landing stance.
Exactly. That would be a 3-die result required.
Okay,
And even then, the game has systems in place for pushing attributes, taking levels of exhaustion and things that you can modify your dice and re-roll some.
Oh, wow.
So it's a super forgiving, narrative-focused thing.
So we're looking, again, just to recap, it is a dice pool system, D6 based.
Yep.
You're shooting for a single 6.
A single 6
is
result
a successful
on any
roll.
die.
If you roll 1s, is that a negative? Or
No.
There's no critical...
There's no critical fails.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're right. It's very narrative-driven. Wow.
It wants you to tell a story and sometimes roll dice for when cool things need to happen.
That sounds really cool.
It's really solid.
Okay, let's keep moving on here.
For sure. I figure we could talk about like character creation right quick because I like how that's handled.
Yeah.
You've got all these different character archetypes.
Yeah, you're playing kids, right?
You're playing preteen kids.
Preteen kids.
We're going for 80s group movie bonanza.
Right. So if I wanted to be Breakfast Club,
absolutely.
If I wanted to be Molly Ringwald, because who didn't?
I think we've got something there for you. There we go.
Molly, hey,
Aces.
Sweet.
And for all of these archetypes, you'll have key skills that are things that you can assign bonus attribute points at the start.
Okay.
So when you're building your character, you're limited usually to like 1 point for everything.
Yeah.
But those key skills and key abilities, you can have up to 3.
Okay.
So those are things you definitely excel at because you're getting more dice for it.
Okay, cool.
But you're not hosed on anything.
Right. There's no real super bad rolls. You're just gonna have situations where you're just gonna be better at those types of roles.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I really like this character creation too because I was just looking through here. You've got like their iconic things, but you also get into their problems, things that drive them. Also like anchors. I saw like the jock has like one of your anchors is like the coach. That's like your friend that kind of keeps you grounded.
I love these because they work both for game mechanics. So like those key items, the iconic items you mentioned, you can use those in certain situations to get bonuses for dice rolls.
Sure, yeah.
But then those also give really good character stuff where like you were mentioning the coach, like that's an NPC all of a sudden that you can then reference as the GM.
Right.
Or if you have a problem, that's both possibly negative things for the player, but then also that's a hook for the GM to work with.
Right, because you get the things like the drive and the pride type things that can be both a positive and a negative, but it's really all about the narrative that's
absolutely
that is super cool.
Speaking of narrative though, did you want to see some of those modules?
Yes.
Okay, so each one is pretty cleanly laid out, starting with like here's what the GM needs to know of like what the actual mystery that you're trying to discover is going on.
Wait a minute, time out. Before we get into that, I gotta ask, this art looks awesome.
It does.
And it's creepy. Do you know anything about the art or how this came about?
So, the book came after the art.
Really?
There was a artist who came up with this really like super pretty looking.
I just want to keep going. There's
please highlight some of it. Very like 80s futurism kind of look.
Yeah.
So the setting is that you've got like we basically made the Hadron Collider in the 50s.
Okay.
And that spark of technology pushed everything up like a good 50 to 60 years ahead.
Okay.
And because of that, we have like maglev trains and like robots and all these other cool things that are kind of kept on the down low, but exist in the setting.
They exist in the setting. Okay, but it's not like it's the 80s that weren't.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. I was noticing the artwork and
had to talk about it.
I had to talk about it because and this is a super creepy picture, by the way.
Yeah,
it's a dead chick with some birds flying. But anyway, so tell me about what are we looking at for just a standard scenario or like
for sure.
One of the
so
modules here.
Each scenario will start with like a brief synopsis for the players and then a brief synopsis for the GM to know what's going to go on. But then you start getting
spoiler alert from here on out. Just because we're going to be. Here we go.
So. Again, they do both for European and American setting, which is nice.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
You get like GM hooks for like introducing the kids to the situation because they're just kids, and then like how do they bumble into these weird things?
Right.
Each one comes with like nice, quick little notes that you can use any of them as good plot hooks.
Cool. I got a quick question too.
Please.
Is there a montage that happens? Because I feel like all the 80s movies had a crazy montage moment.
You could probably get the kids exploring the different areas montage.
All right. I just had to check.
Absolutely.
Because I got some songs in my head that I would totally play during the montage.
That'd be a good idea.
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, and I think I have to... Oh, no. So the early stuff actually says, like, here are movies and music that we would recommend watching or playing beforehand. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll have to find that.
Okay.
But then they give you the thing happens, the mystery, and how do you solve it?
Yeah.
Like, what are ways that the players can work together to fix these problems? And each one offers different options.
Yeah, I did like how they had this kind of
the flow chart
slash. It's not really a tree campaign because you can skip things too, but you can get how you get through the adventure essentially. And there's multiple solutions
for sure.
Yeah.
And then you have the different maps that each area will entail, which is handy both for the GM and then also like you can present those to the players if you wanted. it's just a really good setup. Like it's very clean. I like that it's spread over multiple pages because some of this stuff would be a much smaller book than any other system, but they really went above and beyond with
cleaned
this.
it. I love the layout too. It looks very inviting and easy to read and easy to get into. So that's super cool. Yeah, so you're basically going to have the setup, the mystery, the investigation, and then some type of showdown, right?
Yes.
It's just essentially how a session or game flow is going to work. Is there combat in this game? I mean, you're kids. So...
There is, and they give you different kind of penalties and negatives. There is an injured penalty. Some of those penalties could be like stressed or upset because you're a kid and like you're scared.
You could get grounded.
That actually is a thing that could happen.
Yeah, like if my mom finds out we're fighting this monster, I'm totally gonna get grounded, guys.
Probably a concern.
Yeah. Okay. If we're sneaking on this government base, though, totally awesome.
Excellent.
My dad's the general, so I can just walk around.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. You're already building your campaign.
I am in my head. I'm just thinking of all the cool '80s movies I've seen and then just reliving those. So, this sounds really awesome. I can't wait to dive in. But we have to cut it out. We're gonna cut here. We're gonna do a quick recap. But Tales from the Loop, I'm already in. So let's do it. Well, that was Tales from the Loop. We're both really pumped.
Yeah.
JR is in the office. He's freaking out right now. He's excited about this one. So let's crunch the numbers on it real quick so we can just start playing. This is again an RPG.
Yep. It's one book. It's all you need.
One book. All you need to play. Number of players depends on your party.
Absolutely.
And the time, again, it's an RPG, depends on your party.
For sure.
How you want to do stuff. What's the price point on this one?
You're looking at $45.99 for the hardcover book.
That's not bad.
Which is about what you should expect for this. Even a little less, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little cheaper than I would expect, but it's a really nice book. We saw the layout, real clean, really approachable.
Yeah, I was able to pick this up and very quickly pick it apart and learned everything I needed to know within 30 minutes probably.
I mean, and the setting is just super fun.
Absolutely.
If you're a fan of Stranger Things, it's not Stranger Things, but it's totally
you could do something like that.
Oh yeah. So if you're looking for a new RPG to sit down and play with your group of players, check out Tales from the Loop. It's in stores right now, right?
Yep.
Sweet. I'm AdamHarry from BoLS.
Steven from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Click to subscribe. Support us on Patreon. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.